Rock Zone. Kawan J.
DJ Kwan. It's the group, homie. The Mixtape Show.
Homie Macabre, the name of that was called Kiss the Judas. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mixtape Show. It is time for our Artist of the Week interview, brought to you by MJ's Hip Hop Connects. And we finally tracked a homie down. He goes by the name of J Monday, joining us here in the Mixtape Show live, man. What's good, brother? How you, man?
Yo, this is Quan, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. What's happening?
Not a problem, bro. So how's everything on your side of town, man? You was just talking off air. You in the lab just working right now, huh?
Yeah. I just came up with some crazy, real like hip hop vibes, and I had to get in there and try to lock it in, man. I think I came up with a few joints, honestly. There we
go. So let's talk about J Monday. Let's talk about the process, and let's talk about you as an artist, man. Born and raised is North Carolina, Raleigh. Is that where you were born and raised?
Nah. Actually, I'm from Florida.
Okay.
I was born in Miami.
Okay.
Then we moved. Hurricane Andrew came down and kind of came through and wreaked havoc. So we moved up to Gainesville, Florida.
Okay.
And that's pretty much where I grew up. Came up to North Carolina for school.
Okay.
Then went to college up here, and then went to grad school up here as well. So
all right.
Just kind of stayed. I met my wife here, and you know how that go.
That's home. That's home, right? That's home.
Exactly.
Yeah, same story with me, man. I grew up in New York, and then moved to Texas, Dallas, and then my wife lived in California, LA, and she moved here, and we met in the middle. So I definitely get that one, brother. I definitely get that one.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So how's the scene treating you out there, man? How's everybody showing you love out there?
Good, man. Good. I kind of started navigating these artist crowds as of late. I wasn't really doing that a whole bunch, man, with the uncertainty with COVID and this, that, and the third. But I kind of just through creating and meeting different engineers, just kind of got plugged into that music scene and love, man, just trying to work with different people, kind of pull inspiration off of, this type of flow or this type of artist, this type of energy. And it's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good.
So for the people who may not be familiar with your music, we're going to play a joint here in a little bit. How would you explain the J Monday sound?
It's crazy diverse. I have so much influence that I try to get to come across in each of my songs. So you get a little bit of Andre 3000 sometimes, you might get a little bit of Wayne, you might get a little bit of Cole, you might get a little bit of Erykah Badu, you might get it's a plethora of people that I kind of pull from, and what I'm inspired by, I try to, pay homage to that and display it somewhere in the music. Somewhere in the music, you're gonna hear something that sounds familiar, that gives you some type of feel of like, oh man, that sounds like a little bit of, but it's my own little Monday spin on there. So it's super diverse and consistent. Yeah.
So outside of your own music, who you rocking with right now? Who you bopping to on your phone and all that?
Of course, I was heavy into that Moray coming out of North Carolina. Of course, I'm into Cole. Wale is probably one of my favorite artists. Lupe is one of my favorite of all time. Like real lyricist, honestly. When it comes to the big dogs, that's super lyrical. Those are the guys that I kind of fall into the fold with.
There we go. Dope, man. Nice little eclectic group right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Consistent artists too. All those artists are consistent. They don't play to the trend. They just kind of play to themselves. You know what I mean?
Exactly. 100%. They don't vibe with you, man, then it is what it is. But as long as you're being true to yourself, it's easy to be you. You know what I mean? It's hard to try to pick and choose what the fans want to hear. You know what I mean? Just do you. If they vibe to it, you can do it again. But if not, then, keep trying.
I'm the same way, man. Like I grew up, like I said, kind of like that. I grew up listening to those guys, and then prior to that, the '90s hip hop was the era that I found my music maturity. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
When I put together this platform, I kind of just stay in that vein, bro. I don't try to, you know what I'm saying? It's some of the new joint, the other, outside of the traditional boom bap type joints that I like, but I just stick to what I know, man, and stay in that lane and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Stick to what you know, man. Yeah, listen, man. Nobody can be you better than you. So
exactly, man.
More power to you.
So talking about creativity, man, I just noticed that you dropped a project here recently, or some sort of a visual kind of mixtape. Is that right? I saw.
Yeah. It's the homage mixtape. So I just wanted to, like I said, I always want to display my inspiration, but some of these 5 songs that are on there are just people who I feel like are just either killed the game or are killing it currently. And they got just like a unique sound and bring something to the industry that is like unmatched. So there's like 5 joints on there. There's Snow Allegra, Want You Around on there, which is a smooth groove joint. Then you got Erykah Badu's Apple Tree is on there. Drake Pound Cake, Drake and Jay-Z Pound Cake, and Uproar is on there. Her and Daniel Caesar Best Part is on there as well. So it's super singy and super hip hop. It's all over the place when it comes to the diversity, but the build and the storytelling and how I kind of laid it out, it comes through super powerful. So I recommend everybody go get that joint right there for sure.
How fun was it putting that together? Just kind of doing something creative like that.
Man, it was crazy. That was my first visual ever, and I ended up.
Still there? Did we lose you? Looks like we lost the homie here. We'll let him see if he can get back on here in just a little bit. That's live radio, ladies and gentlemen. That's when you know we real, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna let the homie get back on real quick. I don't think he's back on, so we're going to play. Let's play this. Let's play this Debo.
I got you.
You there? Okay. There you go. I was about to say.
Yeah. I got you.
That's live radio, baby. That's all right, man. I like it. You know what I'm saying? No. So this is your first visual. You were saying this is the first time you ever did something visual.
Yeah. So I ended up doing 5 visuals for the first time right off the bat, which was crazy. That was insane. So each of those I shot that day. All of them have their own little unique view and vibe that I tried to create, and it was super fun. Way funner than I thought it was going to be. Me directing it and everything. So it was good. It was good.
And it's kind of needed in this time, man, because you know content is king these days, and artists, you know, they're taking that marketing into their own hands. Like the homie Toby down in Houston, you know what I'm saying? He kind of leading the charge with that. So it's always dope for me to see artists kind of take that into their own hand and use their creativity outside of just sitting in the studio and recording, you know what I'm saying, and just doing something visually.
It's kind of mandatory. Artist development is on the artist at this point. You have to come to the table with something in order to leverage these deals. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's crazy because that was the label's job back in the day. Like you find a diamond in the rough, you spruce them up, turn them into a star. Now you have to be a star in order for them to even reach out to you. It's just like, come on.
It's wild, right? It's like you got to do all the work on the front end just for them to come screw you over on the contract. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like that. No. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Back then they could justify it. You know what I'm saying? Back then they could justify that because it's kind of like, well, we had to get you ready for this. You know what I'm saying? Now they want you to be ready.
Exactly.
And they're still taking it away from you. You know what I'm saying? So, man.
Crazy.
We was talking about
the hardest thing.
Exactly. I know we was talking about off air how you know, right now for you a need for an actual full length project isn't needed. You're just kind of doing the single thing and stuff like that. Creativity wise, how's that, man? When you don't have you know, because albums typically they're themed out or there's a certain feel to an actual album. But now with you just kind of doing these singles, how does that feel for you creative? Because you were just saying, hey, I was feeling kind of hip hop, so I had to jump in there real quick and record this. Right.
It's actually way easier because I don't have to stick to a theme. I don't have to try to create a project start to finish. My project is within each song, and I just try to create some sort of story that actually makes sense from start to finish, as opposed to nowadays you get these kind of punchline rappers who are just talking about shoes in one line and then talking about being married the next line and back to drugs. It's like, bro, where's this song going? The beat is slap and beat crazy, but what are we talking about right now? You know what I mean? So I've been trying to be super consistent with the things that I think are super important to actually develop in a song, like an actual song. So it's been easier to do it that way.
So how important is it for you to put a message out on every song? Because I know you got the other joint about the stepdads, which I appreciate that because I'm a stepdad too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kinda,
for sure.
It's kind of dope to see the, you know what I'm saying? see us get some sort of rep. You know what I'm saying for that. So.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, how'd you come up with that? Is that something that you live in? Is that your reality too? Are you a stepdad as well, or is it just something that you had a stepfather in your life?
No, not at all, man. That was just for all fathers, man. Like, I don't think like real fathers get their just due, and that kind of came from the friction that I kind of had with my pops. Growing up, I didn't understand a lot of the things that he was doing. A lot of the sacrifices he was making were just went unnoticed, as it's supposed to be when you're a man doing it for your children. So as I grew up and I started to become a father and a husband, I started to realize, you know, the sacrifices just became so apparent that he was making. And I wanted him to know, like, oh, I understand and I see it now. You know what I mean? And the best way I could show you is to put it in a song. You know what I mean? And it was just a good moment for my family. It was a good moment for him. Him to be a part of the video was dope. So that joint is super special for all fathers. You know what I mean?
I hear that, man. I hear that. So what's the? Do you get any comparisons to any other type of artists out there, or does everybody know I'm Jay? That's Jay Monday, man.
Yeah, of course I do. Depending on the song. Depending on the song, I have some super pop songs where people's like, that's a Bieber vibe, or I got some Chris Brown vibes. I got some super hip hop J. Cole vibes, and a lot of people, you know, liken me to Andre and a lot of my more like less melodic, more hip hop type of song. So I get compared to a lot of people, but they know it's different. They know it's different.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this, let's say professionally, when you first hopped in the studio? How long would you put a clock on that?
It'll be a year in August.
Okay. All right.
I just started in August, man.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is the first song I ever really put out, it's kind of a blessing and a curse. First song I ever put out like on streaming platforms. I had like 20,000 streams, like, and independently, not ever doing that before was huge to me, because the guys around me aren't even doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I felt like that was a clear indication. Like, you probably should take this a little. Here we are.
Yeah. And what's dope about that too, man, is you don't know what you don't know at this point, so you kind of can just go as you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the people who kind of like, no, you don't do it that way.
100%.
Yeah. So you just kind of do how you want to do it, how you feel.
For sure.
So I'm sure a lot of what you do is a feel. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a feel for you as opposed to a process. You know what I mean?
Right. And it was just years of music appreciation that kind of helped mold just my ear for what actually sounds good. So just listening to like some greats instead of just like trendy stuff, but just listening to classics and listening to people who have longevity in the game, who like, what are they doing in this pocket? What makes this song better than the other song? And just paying attention to that stuff kind of helped mold me and allow me to just kind of start from a higher platform than the individual that just came in with no musical background. You know what I mean?
Exactly, brother. Exactly. Dope, man. So I know we got this, you know, MJ sent me this apple tree we're gonna get into here just a little bit. What else we got going on, man? What's some of these next few singles we may hear from you during the summertime?
Oh, for sure. I got a summer joint coming out called Sunday, which is gonna be a crazy, ridiculous smash, and then following that up with several other ones that kind of piggyback off of that vibe and that energy. Kind of prepping me for coming up this fall and winter. I got some joints for that as well. Just getting ready to kind of start off that first quarter of 2022 with a bang, man. I think this summer leading up to the next year is gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
Damn, you just said 2022, and I was about to say, wait a minute, it's not. Oh wait, it is gonna be 2020. I forgot we lost 2020. I forgot about that. We lost that due to COVID.
Yeah.
Dope, man. I hear that, brother. Well, man,
that was a rough.
It was, man. Well, I tell artists all the time when they come on here, man. Once you come in here, you family. You know what I'm saying? And we like to call you Mixtape Show alumni, brother. So, you know, the door is always open. In the future, if you got anything else going on, you can reach out to MJ or reach out to me directly. We'll bring you back on. If he's like, hey man, I got a new single I want to talk about. Let me come on. And it's simple as that, brother. You could definitely come on and we could chop it up some more about this, man. So I definitely been liking what I've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate what you're doing for the culture, and I like how you putting yourself on the map and putting the city on the map, even if you're not trying to go that route as far as putting the city on the map. You know what I mean?
I definitely appreciate it, man. I'm most definitely gonna come back. We got some joints we need to talk about.
We do. Yeah, man. And like I said, whenever if you wanna next time batch up some singles and send it away, we could talk about them and break them down, man. We definitely do stuff like that too. So the door's always open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Say less. I got you.
So social media, man. What's the best way to follow you on social media?
Oh yeah, Instagram is j.monday9390. Twitter is just at Monday9390. YouTube is J.Monday. Facebook is J.Monday. Everywhere else is J.Monday. So, hit me up, you know what I mean? And get on this J Monday train.
There you go. Tell them, jump on there now before it's too late, right?
Before it's too late. Before it's too late.
So if you could have a feature, man, right now, one feature in your life that it could be dead or alive, man, who would you want to have a feature with right now?
Ooh. Can I do two, like a male and a female?
If that's on that one track, and you want to have that feature.
One track. Erykah Badu.
Okay.
Hands down.
All right.
Hands down. I need that soul, that voice, that uniqueness, man. That out of the box thought pattern.
Now, do we want Baduism Badu, or do you want current Badu? You don't care.
I want window seat Badu.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I want window seat Badu.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. What about male?
For sure.
What about a male feature? Who would you want to be featured on there?
Male. Dead or alive. Pac.
Yeah. Pac is the dude, man. Pac was that dude.
That's stuff. I think we would mirror each other for sure.
Yeah, me and my homie used to always have a conversation back when Pac and Big was alive. We used to have that conversation when the beef thing was going on. We used to always say, I don't know why people comparing Pac and Big, because they're apples to oranges. You know what I'm saying? As far as music, Pac and Big made two totally different types of music. Right. So I used to always hate, and this is me like in high school saying this, like, man, that's apples to oranges. Why are you comparing them to? Biggie and Pac did two different types of music. I say Biggie had a bigger flow. Yeah, Biggie had a better flow, but Pac to me had a better message. So his music resonated more with me because it spoke differently than Biggie's music. But I used to always had those arguments with people like, you comparing apples to oranges, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna compare Pac to somebody, compare him to Chuck D or something like that, because that's the type of music.
Exactly. I agree.
That rebel music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree with that 100%.
Dope, man. Who you want to shout out before we get up out of here, bro?
Oh man, shout out wifey, you know what I mean? Shout out to my daughter, shout out to the family down in Florida, shout out to the family in North Carolina, Guapo, DB, anybody in that chubby boy gang, man, just, let's keep pushing.
There you go. You guys were cool. You guys were cool with the storms. You didn't have nothing happen out there as far as the rain, heavy rain.
Nah, it was pretty mild. Okay. It was pretty mild.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, dope, man. Good to hear, brother. Like I said, man, the door's always open, bro. You know what I'm saying? And whenever you got anything going on, just let us know. Come on through, and we're gonna open these doors back up for you, man. And let's keep chopping it up. All right.
Will do, man. Will do. Thanks again. I definitely appreciate it.
Not a problem. Stay on real quick. I'm gonna get some additional information from you, and we're gonna play this apple tree joint. How about that?
Bet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the homie J Monday, Artist of the Week interview here in hour number 1. Shout out to MJ Savino from MJ's Hip Hop Connects for making this work. And the door's always open, brother. Welcome to the family, all right?